The question is, flats or drums?
I saw that. I'm a flats guy. Always have
Really?
been. They're easier to eat.
Just easier for you?
There's more meat on a flat. I know drums
Wait
look
a
better. There
minute.
is. If you get in between the two bones, there's good
Yeah, I
meat
know
in
how to
there.
get. Yeah, I know. Well,
And you can do it with one hand. I'm not. There's too much gristle and stuff when you
off the
off the drumette. I know the drumettes look better and they look fatter, but I've always been a flat guy.
Karl?
I go boneless. I like to use a fork and knife.
Wait a minute,
man.
Wait a minute.
The look on Rudy's face as you said boneless. You could have said I go McNugget.
It ain't even that he went boneless. It's he said I use a fork and knife.
Oh,
Karl.
I don't like my hands getting all messy and greasy.
Oh.
I touch my face. I touch my clothes. I touch other things. I'm good with a fork and a knife boneless wing. That's how I usually do it.
He's raised proper.
This guy?
He's raised proper.
You hired this guy?
I didn't have a wing.
Did you ask him this in the interview?
I didn't think to ask. I'm going to include that on the next round of interviews.
Now, this is my thing. Like, I was always a drum guy, right? But then I got food poisoning from some drums that weren't cooked all the way. So for like 2 years, I went straight flats because they're cooked through.
Truth.
But but the thing about it is I have to be a drum guy because my wife and daughter fight over the flats.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm like, you know what? Y'all gonna fight over flats. I'll just go drums with the 3-year-old.
Do you make your own?
I don't know really. I haven't perfected a wing. I know you and Jason are doing. Y'all are wing guys. I know y'all know how to make.
Not as much as Minix is. Minix
makes them once a week.
Yeah, I don't do wing drum, but I've got the most basic with the butter and the toms. And
do you have your seasoning and your marinade down though? Do you marinate like overnight, a couple hours before? Like
anytime
how do you
do chicken, I marinate it. Whether it's wings,
overnight,
breasts, thighs, all of it. Yeah, I do my best. Anyway, nothing shorter than 4 or 5 hours, no matter what.
Oh, okay.
No matter what, especially if I'm doing white meat. You got to brine it. You have got to brine it. Yeah, or
it's like turkey. You got to brine it.
You got to, or it's just dry. And dark meat doesn't necessarily need it. It just adds to it.
Right.
I mean, that's why.
Now, do you prefer the Roux Pub crispy fried, or do you prefer grilled wings?
My Dr. Torres would prefer if I went grilled. And I like a good smoked wing. I do. Okay. I like a good smoked wing. But if I'm choosing, if it's just like, of course I want it fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Of course I want it deep fried.
I didn't think you were a fried food guy.
Are you
I didn't take you for a fried.
Me?
I mean, I know you're from the South, but I didn't take you for a fried food guy.
I don't go out of my way as much as I used to for fried chicken on the bone, but I'll eat my share of Cane's and Chick-fil-A. I mean, come on. But no, I prefer my wings fried.
Okay.
But I just don't have the wherewithal to do that. So when you see me doing wings, it's normally grilled or smoked because that's just it's just easier than pulling out the deep fryer.
And then you making sure they're done and all that.
Yeah. That's a skill set that I don't quite have.
Karl is being destroyed on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm so happy.
When he said
he said boneless, and then he said fork and knife, bro.
There's a Seinfeld episode from way back when where a guy was eating a Snickers bar with a fork and knife.
That's about right.
I mean, he was treating it like dessert.
What's Wings and More College Station?
Wings and More.
College Station? Is that a staple up there?
Yes. Wings and More have been around for 30 years up there.
I love Lane's. The Lane's down chicken. There in College Station.
Is that College Station?
Lane's is like a Cane's. It's got a cult following, and Lane's has had a location there on Eastgate for, I don't know, 40 years. I mean,
all they serve are chicken tenders, bread, and fries, and it is delicious.
And you cut your tenders with a fork and knife too?
Absolutely.
He was raised with
Karl,
class.
you do not sit there and cut a chicken tender with a fork and knife. I refuse to believe this.
I'm not above using my hands if I need to, but if I have a fork and knife, I'm going to use it if I have access to it.
The good news is Lane's ain't giving you a fork and knife.
Okay.
Hey, no, you're getting a bag with good chicken and good fries is what you're getting. Mm-hmm. But fork and knife with wings, I would like to see you at, say, like a Pluckers.
That's where I used to go for boneless wings. It was like every Thursday they had specials on it.
But it's this big. You cut it in two?
See, that's the problem with Pluckers is they got so big. They used to have great boneless wings at Pluckers, and then they got so big that they changed their chicken. It wasn't as good anymore. I haven't gotten boneless buff wings from Pluckers in
boneless wings
probably
just
a
lazy.
decade now.
That's just lazy.
Dude, that's not a wing.
It's not a wing nugget. It's lazy.
Like, I'm traditional.
You got to have the reason you go to the wing place and they put the giant roll of paper towels there is it's because it's part of the experience, man. You got to get it on you.
I don't want to get it on me. That's the exact reason I use fork and knife.
You're missing out. You're not getting the whole wing experience.
That's not a wing.
I'm a civilized man.
But you also like them hot, don't you?
Oh, give me the spice.
See, he likes them with heat, and there's enough reason right there.
Now then you can use a fork and knife.
Like that is the one thing I will give Pluckers is their hot buffalo is no joke. Sometimes it will make me cry, and that's the sensation I'm searching for.
Yeah,
so I can understand not using my fingers
when you got,
because you got to go to the bathroom, and if you've ever accidentally not thoroughly washed prior,
we don't want that.
That's one of those things that lingers.
Carl, I have a feeling that this is going to follow you.
It's going to haunt you.
This is going to follow you.
Crab
this is going to follow you.
Paul Cantu asks how I eat crab legs. I mean, I guess I haven't had crab legs to actually tell you.
Okay.
I'm not a crab leg guy.
All right. I was over at a place last week enjoying some fine gumbo.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm listening. Homemade gumbo.
Okay.
The person that made the gumbo left the tails on the shrimp.
I hate that.
Ate the tails.
Why?
It's like eating fingernails. I was like, dude, what are you doing?
Who eats the tail?
Grew up that way. Grew up.
Is there flavor in the tail that I'm missing?
I'm not going to find out. It feels to me like you're eating a fingernail.
Yeah.
We're just like, no,
I've never seen it. I've seen a lot of weird stuff. I've never seen someone eat a tail.
Tails. So it's got the stuff. It's good for your hair, good for your fingernails. I was like, dude, that's just like, I don't know. I've never even considered.
A
little crunch in that too, I would think.
Yeah, it doesn't even taste like. To me, it's like getting eggshells in your scrambled eggs.
It's very much akin to that, bothersome. But also, why would you leave the tails on anyway? That's my first thing was, dude, why are the tails still on these? Because that's why I can hold them and I can just eat them.
Breathe. That's weird. That's the first I've ever heard.
That's a strange one.
Yeah, it's very strange. I've seen people dip fries in their Frosty.
That's an accident.
No, purpose.
Oh.
Like your chocolate Frosty, dip a fry in it.
It's been a long time since I've had a Frosty.
I haven't had a Frosty either. I'm not a sweets guy. Thank God. I'd be 600 pounds. That God was like, Rudy, I'm going to save you and I'm going to make you not like sweets.
I know you're itching for it. We're going to give away Sammy Hagar tickets in just a few minutes. Just a few minutes.
65. Are we singing again or are we going to do caller number such and such?
I don't know.
Well, I think we should make him sing again since he eats boneless wings with a fork. Let's torture him for that.
To sing some Sammy Hagar music?
I actually have a buddy that's the same way, and we never let him live it down. That's how I know this is going to follow him. I have a buddy that's the exact same way, like boneless fork. I'm like, whatever, bro. You're weird. You're 6'3", 215 with a fork and knife for a nugget. Not you. I'm talking about my buddy, but you're pretty close to 6'3". You're pretty close to 6'3", 215.
Is your friend also a ginger?
No.
Does he look like Carl?
No. No more ginger.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
We're opening car doors.
Ginger Me Too movement.
You can get canceled.
Yes.